Okay, people, I think we are live. Confirm that you can see us, hear us,
Yeah,
feel in your soul our presence, you know?
the channeling of thanks that
Mm,
we're giving.
yes. And hopefully you all can't hear my children playing downstairs.
Oh,
They
I
seem
can't
loud.
hear children. Hi,
Okay, good.
Kayla.
Hello. Okay. Sounds working. Hello, Tinglish. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. I'm excited. I'm excited. Also, oh wait. Oh wait, no wait. Okay. I'll wait until a couple more people are in. I want to do the like Lexember announcement thing, but like doing it
Uh,
within the first
yeah.
minute of the stream is stupid because like people are still coming in and
hmm
you know.
Yeah.
For
So, what
those
are
of
you
you,
thankful for?
what am I thankful for? I just did this in where was I? Where someone asked me this. It wasn't like this, was it? We didn't talk about this last week.
I don't think we talked about it.
Why do
Maybe you
I have
did it on one of the Patreon streams?
no? I have no memory. I have like this fragment of a memory now that's haunting me. But I feel like the thing I'm most thankful for this year is that I feel like I've gotten so much more like interspersed in both like the Conlanging community, especially, but also like world building and like AuthorTube community. Like I feel like my little community circles have been growing this year, and it's very cool and fun. And like I feel like I have friends now. Like I have like some real people in person friends. Like not that you all aren't real people, but you know what I mean. Like
No, it is nice to feel like you have like a group. It feels really strange to me that like Edgar knows who I am at this point. And has like watched me almost have a panic attack over brunch.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a growing moment for me as well when
Oh no, it's one of those funny things where I think I reflect on it and I'm like, no, yeah, I'm completely valid in a lot of my like experiences because I experience anxiety in a way that's so much stronger than most people.
yeah.
Um and yeah. Um no, it's a funny one. Just feeling like we kind of all know each other now.
I know. It's so cool. Like it's really, really cool. Like the doing the world building festival was like absolutely insane to me because I messaged all these people, some of which I had like I cold reached out to them. Like I never communicated with them ever. And like the number of people that were just like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I don't know. It brings a lot of people from the like theoretical, like, I don't want to say like celebrity version of being a person down to like actually being like a real human being peer kind of person, which is just fun,
Mm.
you know?
I want to acknowledge that Caleb's mandolining. English is such a funny language sometimes. Just like, what's going on? Mandolining a persimmon to eat as a snack. I'm curious, like, is it very crunchy?
I
Because
just want one.
what?
I want one.
See, I don't think I've had a very good persimmon, or I just don't like persimmon, and it's like one or the other.
Mhm. Fair.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um.
Oh wait, what are you thankful for?
I am thankful for. Well, since since basically last Thanksgiving is when I've been employed. So it feels like I am like just learning a lot of lessons.
Mm.
Like, and like it's one of these things where like I try and practice being grateful, and then something bad happens, and I'm just like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh no.
Um, but like, I'm excited to go into next year and kind of have a sense of like how things are going to be, because
Mhm.
like I think this year has been a lot of surprises about when lots of work is going to come in and when it's going to be quiet.
Mhm.
Whereas next year, it's like I kind of have a advanced sense of like what's
Mm.
coming. Okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Mm.
we're
I'm
5 minutes in, and how many people are watching according to YouTube is the next thing that I'm wondering.
It says 4 here. Also, we have, thankful for Christina Ricci's performance in the Thanksgiving play in Addams Family Values. Lovely.
I assume
And
Ricci in English. This
Ricci,
is
yeah.
an Italian word, so we should be leaning heavily on the Ricci.
Ricci, yeah. Ooh, and got promoted last week. Congratulations, that's awesome.
I'm up
Okay.
for promotion, and we'll see if I get it. But no
Mhm.
one's expecting big pay rises or anything. So
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready to do the announcement for
I
Luxembourg?
do. Do you want to like start doing what we're doing, and then if we hit like 10 people, we'll do
We'll
the
stop.
announcement.
Let's do it. Okay.
Okay.
What do you want me to pull up?
I've shared my screen with you. If you put that up. Voila. I'll zoom in a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Ooh.
So for context for everyone, we've realized that we really need to start getting the sound changes going before we can start selecting like noun cases and other things like that so that we know what they're gonna like be and stuff. So we're gonna do a little like intro Lexergy thing also because I haven't used it yet. So sort of to show me how to do it and to start getting it maybe set up a little bit. And then I think most of the rest of the Lexergy work will be done off stream, is my understanding. Is that right, Jake?
Yes, I'm not planning on making it a habit to do this live, but
Mm,
we'll see.
I'm excited to learn it though.
So, this is kind of how I start most of my projects. So, the main thing is that you have these symbols declarations. We have S and Z, don't we? So,
Are you putting in the proto or are you putting in the end?
in this section, sorry. So Lexergy basically is a sound change applier. So you put in your sounds and you write rules. So this is a kind of rule. And so you can put things on one side of the arrow and it will turn them into things on the other side.
Okay.
Okay, I need to define stress. So feature. So plus voice I'm not worried about.
And so are all those little like key phrases on those symbols just ways that you can call back to anything that has that feature to it? So like anything that's round,
Yeah.
anything that's a fricative. Okay.
So here you've got mana. So some of these are easier to understand if you remember your linguistics stuff.
Yeah. I'm recognizing most of these terms and vaguely remember what they are.
Yep.
For the most part.
Okay, that's good. So I'm not sure where. Oh, it's here. Okay, it's gonna stop telling me off. So we do have these. So maybe I shouldn't have deleted the plus sub declaration. So one thing is that you have to have every symbol that you use. It all has to be different. So okay. I'm using the file that was originally for Bookies because I like having this stuff already in.
Mhm.
If you weren't going to I think if you're writing your sound changes first and then making the file afterwards, you can basically do it based on the features that you know you need to do the rules that you have. So, for example, right now we have, for example, this H cleanup rule. So you make your rule and you name it.
Okay.
You don't have to put this space in. It's just a style that I usually do. Some people do more spaces. And so, for example, this is just a consonant, but it's because I've declared it like this. When you have a feature which is named, you can do this basically so that everything that isn't labeled as a vowel is considered a consonant.
Yeah, a default.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Hello, George. Hello, Nemo.
So this rule, it's unhappy with me because I've started messing with things. Oh, and I need to copy over my diacritics.
And this is like that export will like export the full like thing over and you'll be able to send that to me and I can mess around with it and we can toss it back and forth. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm going to learn all the things.
Well, I don't actually know if this will be as helpful for you as it is for me because you have more of a you'll have some coding languages or a coding language that you're used to. Whereas for me, like I learned this first. So, well, no, I did a tiny bit of Python and HTML, but nothing proper. So, like this rule here means that if we put in that form that we have in our document,
Yeah.
so we can click apply, and it will come out as a pa.
Mhm. Yeah.
However, to be actually, I think, is it like that? There is a specific kind of rule that I think is just cleanup. That I'm just gonna end up like opening the documentation.
Yeah.
uh, I don't want the tutorial. I just want the reference.
I wonder if I can.
Okay, cleanup goes at the end.
Okay.
So I can call it H or consonant H cleanup.
Mhm.
And that just means that whenever you have, this is where you have to remember exactly what you're saying. So this will take every consonant, and if it has a H afterwards, the consonant will be aspirated.
Mhm.
But if we do anha, we end up
Mm.
with aspirated nasals, which isn't what we mean.
So we need to limit the consonants to only the ones we would want aspirated.
So I think I've got this down as modal. This is the same as what we're calling tenuous at the moment.
Okay.
So that means that anha will stay as anha,
Mhm.
whereas apha will become apa.
Okay.
And because this is called cleanup, it also means that if later down the line we have sound changes that mean that we get another tenuous stop followed by an H, it
Okay.
will automatically become a aspirated stop.
Okay.
But if, for example, you didn't want to go through the hassle of writing it out like this, you
Okay.
can write rules like the deromanizer here that basically just means that if I write, now I don't think that I should actually be able to do this because we distinguish between anga and anga in the
Okay.
proto language.
Yeah.
Which means that we can't actually use this. So if you want to write your nga, you're going to have to type it out, basically.
Okay.
Do, do, do. So we didn't end up deciding anything else here. So this application rule.
Yeah.
So we have it written in here this way, right?
Yeah. I just switched it so that people can see what we're talking about in the document.
Sorry.
I'll
Yeah.
switch this back and forth.
So I've put it in the in here.
Okay.
So there's probably a technical name for these, but I've forgotten.
That's okay. I'll look up all the documentation stuff and make myself a cheat sheet now that I've seen you like kind of explain it. The concepts.
So this is the environment. So in this case, everywhere that you have a H following a modal consonant
Mm.
will be aspirated.
Okay.
Whereas here, it's only when there's an I or a U
Mm.
that the TD and ta da and ta become ta za and ta.
Okay.
So this means that you can put T and te in, and T becomes si, but te remains te.
Okay. Proceeding. Where are you? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the underscore is like a proceeding. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then we have this voiced plosive lenition. So right now we just say that they weaken, but we know that they become fricatives. So
This guy.
we've named our rule, and we can say stop and voiced, and we want them to become fricatives. And when do we want them to? Well, it's when you have a vowel, and then your environment, and then another vowel. So none of these match the environment, so nothing has changed. But we're looking at ada and adi and aba, and we can put abi in for completeness, but you can see that abi has gone to avi, so the I hasn't changed anything. Alveolar, voiced, sibilant, fricative. Alveolar, stop, voiced, sibilant. This should count. Oh, it's because I took off the sib from these.
Ah.
So if you don't have your stuff labeled correctly, it will help you to check what's gone wrong. Okay, so this is basically saying, well, now we don't know what you're using for this one, but we know that okay, so this is where we chose, like, I'm saying chose. I decided that we weren't going to have non-sibilant fricatives in this. So in the and the, right? What that means is that we're stuck because these two are considered sibilant, and these are not.
Right.
Which does mean that, I mean, one way to get around this is to write it out as its own rule. So D becomes Z when vowel.
Okay.
And that means that these will behave the same, basically.
Okay.
It is then, of course, possible if, I don't know, it's probably not wise for me to start suggesting stuff like this. We could basically have a sound change where it does do something different if you wanted it to, but I don't think that that's really gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So then we have what we're calling tenuous stop voicing.
Yeah.
But in this, we're calling it modal at the moment, and it's not a hard one to change. So would you rather that shall I change it to match?
Sure. Hold on. While you're typing that, I'm hearing a lot of yelling.
Yeah, I could hear the yelling as well. So
Why? Is it
Okay, buddy, I'm streaming. I need you guys to stay downstairs and be quiet, okay? No. Figure it out. No, I'm streaming. Can I have a snack? Yes. Oh, you can watch TV or you can play. I'm back.
Okay. So.
They would probably like a mandolin persimmon.
So then, I can. Okay, so now we've done the voice plosive lenition.
Okay.
Then we want the tenuous stop. Voicing. No, we can call this something. We can call this spirantization.
Okay.
I realize I'm going with the British spelling there.
It's okay.
I know, I can't help it.
Surprisingly, I usually write things with the British spelling and then I have to be corrected.
Huh. So, tenuous modal. And so this does the voicing. Nothing's changing. And spirantization of aspirated stop.
Okay.
So stop aspirated can become affricative minus aspirated.
Okay.
Okay, so minus aspirated doesn't exist because aspirated isn't a binary feature. So if you define them like this with a plus sign, that means that you get, in theory it should be 2 because binary feature, but there's basically 3 where either something is not defined for this at all, it's defined positively, or it's defined negatively.
So it's an optional binary.
Yes. So, for example, with stress, the fact that we don't mark every consonant as minus stress doesn't matter because it doesn't worry about the binary. But we can add stress to vowels, and then we can talk about vowels as minus stress, and it will still work.
Okay.
Which I guess I'm trying to. It's really helpful for things like voiceless nasals, because you would often define them with a. Sorry, I'm mindlessly scrolling and I'm probably giving people a bit of a headache. You define them with a diacritic like this.
Okay.
And so having them be defined in the negative is very helpful there. I can't say minus aspirated, so I say tenuous, which maybe isn't quite the right word, but anyway. And so upha has become afa.
Huh. Oh. Okay.
And
Okay.
there's the so I think that was the last numbered rule. So the
Yeah.
rest of these were what Bib had suggested.
Yeah. So the gemination, the vowel length, and the vowel breaking was more of a not for the specifically kind of thing, unless we
Yes.
really needed it.
Mm-hmm. So, and what this means is that we can start putting. So these were all kind of invented words, right? But we can pick
Yeah, all
the
of our rock words.
yeah. So these are our rock words.
Mm.
Now I'm noticing something that is worrying me a little bit.
Okay.
And I will kind of I will discuss it with you shortly.
Oh yeah, that one.
Okay. Oh, error. Oh, we don't have the fricatives defined. So it is useful if you're going to do this to make sure that you have everything pretty well organized. Although I guess that there's nothing that terrible about doing it as you go,
Yeah.
as long as you're not trying to be as efficient as possible. So copycon has become hobbycon. Oh, that's probably a bit too uvula, but hobbycon.
Yeah.
Um, um, so
Most of them barely changed at all.
yeah, I'm a bit confused where this alveopalatal has come from. Oh, it's because of how this is defined. So I can just pop those in. Oh, and I'll do these as well. So I think at the beginning I had sort of suggested that we use the kind of more true palatal symbols.
Mm.
But I think for our purposes, it's going to be easiest just to use the regular ones. Well, not
Mm.
these are actually not the regular ones. These are the alveopalatal. But it just keeps everything kind of in a group together.
Mm.
Um,
Tinguish is asking, I know you've introduced tenuous now, but would aspirated to star aspirated also work?
no, the asterisk is just a. I think it just deletes something, whereas I don't actually remember if you use a asterisk. Um, yeah, but no, uh, you would have to say asterisk and then phonation,
Mm.
which isn't really what tenuous is, but anyway. So, one thing that we've run into. Oh no, it's because I didn't Romanize it, right? We are still going to use the single C for this, and
Okay.
then we will define it in our deromanizer.
De-Romanizer.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, so you're using this. We don't actually have to redefine it because it will come out fine in that, as long as we don't need an H for anything else.
Okay.
And we're putting a J on this side, and ch, and j.
Okay.
So we've got this correct, chadma.
Chadma.
So, the thing that I noticed was that we said last time that our plan for words that ended in consonants was that we were going to lose the consonant, basically.
Yes, I think that's what we talked about doing.
The issue is that we currently allow, I think, any consonant as a coda, right?
Mm,
Which means that you would have a huge number of homophones for every time, basically, that you have. I mean, with monosyllables, it would be particularly difficult. So
mm,
you have ag here, right?
mm,
But you could, in theory, have loads of words that are a and then consonant. But
right.
if your rule was basically just every single coda consonant, we're going to cut them off, you would run into the issue that you would have like as basically as many possible words that were just in the nominative a or li or whatever as
Mm,
you have possible coda consonants,
okay.
which
Yeah, which
is
would be
like 19.
mm,
So my thought was that we could um, try and Hannah Montana this and
okay.
basically say that um, like we could use both strategies, but without the extra rule that I had thought of. So um, one thing is going to be that we need to put the
Hold on one second. What? Is this an emergency? This is not the time for that. I'll do it later. Maybe when you're done streaming? Sure. I don't know why they're not getting the like entertain yourselves for 2 hours thing.
okay, to refer to Caleb's comment, basically that last time I had suggested kind of there was going to be two ways to get these kind of final vowels that we want.
Mm.
And it would either be to insert a vowel at the end or uh, to take the coda consonants off. So for something like tlaloch, it would basically be that in the nominative, it would be at the moment tlalo.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Oh, we have to do syllables. Okay, so syllable is optionally a consonant, then a vowel, and then optionally a consonant. So in stress is, so this is not normal linguistics. So do I want to do it by syllable or by vowel?
I don't know.
Well, it's kind of a future-proofing thing. I would usually do this just using vowels, if I'm honest, which maybe still works. So if you put the label in here, it only affects vowels. And then I want vowel to be plus to become plus stress when it's the first one in the word. It doesn't like this. Is it with 2? Yeah, I think this was supposed to have 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a surprise.
Multiple.
Which is that I forgot. So it's probably going to be easier just to write this out. Is it allowing that or not? I don't know why it wouldn't let me do that. But maybe I have to use a box. So I'm gonna try making a class. So I think that's how it works. Or is it not? No, I think it's with round brackets. Oh, okay. Class declarations. Oh, there's just a gap that I had forgotten. So, yeah. So a class is different to a feature in that it basically just checks for the symbols that you put inside the brackets afterwards. To be fair, I don't know why it would let me do liquid. I don't know what the... Oh, it's because this is the new... I can do it like this. I think. That's what it was. Okay. So the dots basically separate the 3 parts of the syllable.
Yeah.
So you have your onset, your vowel, and then this is your coda, which together is the rhyme.
Right.
And I had forgotten how that bit worked because I have only ever done it once before, I think. Okay.
Ooh.
So this is all... This isn't how you would do it in IPA. So if you were doing this with IPA, you would define stress on the syllable level and you would have it at the start of the syllable.
Right.
but this works for now. So looking at this, the other thing is that I think we would be expecting. I don't know why I bothered to put this in, because stress is very regularly initial anyway, isn't it? I guess that we have secondary stress, don't we?
I think
I
maybe.
feel like I don't know what it is about having the Lexigi up, but I feel like I'm not explaining everything.
I'm following.
Okay. As long as you're following and people are
No one's whining.
yeah, that's fair. So it then is to, okay, so we're basically trying to sort out our nominative. That's how I can frame this as interesting.
Okay, the nominative.
So there are monosyllabic words in Italian, and it shouldn't. I assume that well, if you wanted short words, we wouldn't have gone this route.
Right.
Because it's not going to sound like Italian if the words are all really short.
Yeah, we don't need super short words. I'm vibing. We're good.
Mm-hmm. Well, the words are about to get a whole lot longer, is basically what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I feel like let's see how it goes, right?
Yeah. Oh, so this is where it could be interesting. So if you then say minimum length, I don't know what the right word for this would be. It would basically be, is it epenthetic or is it something else? I had a lecturer who was very particular about using very specific linguistic terminology for what is usually called epenthesis. And it's epenthesis is in the middle, prosthesis is in at the start, and there's one that's at the end that is it the anaptixis? No. Paragogy. It's paragogy.
Herodology. Okay.
Paragogic schwa. But basically, what we're going to do is we're going to say do I need to check syllables? Because I don't think if I'm only looking at vowels, I can then insert a schwa afterwards. So let me have a think.
Okay.
So you have a stressed vowel, which is your initial.
Mm.
So it would basically, what I'm trying to do is target lead and ag.
Mhm.
After we do this intervocalic stuff. And the interesting bit will just be that they haven't lenited like the other consonants have. So you would be able to imply lead and leader because leader will have become Lisa, and this would be Lida.
Mm.
So it also maybe doesn't need to be schwa. Schwa's just, it feels like because we have it, we should use it. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna try, and if it doesn't work, then um, we'll see what happens.
Mhm.
So this is basically nothing is becoming schwa when, and we want vowel plus stress, and then consonant, and this is then the end of the word,
Mhm.
and we can also have an optional liquid, and the environment is here. So let's see if this works.
Hmm.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Ooh, that's good. I like that. Now we don't have to murder it. Our last little consonant friend there.
Yeah. Well, it means that then you can say codalination or coda consonant loss, and say that consonant becomes nothing when there.
Mm.
So this and did we ever end up defining any of our proto, like the things that will become our case markers?
I don't think so because well, I know the proto doesn't have cases. I don't think we talked about it more before that.
No, we
Um,
haven't defined any of them.
correct. Yeah.
So okay. But you can see now that we have like we can apply all of the sound changes we currently have to this, and work out what's going on.
Mhm.
So um, no, this is kind of the very sledgehammer option. So
Right.
this, I mean, to be fair, we probably would keep this anyway, but there are things you can do that make the you can do things before the coders get lost that make things maybe more interesting, but
Okay.
yeah. Um, This is one of these places where I feel like we're not sure where to go next.
Yeah. Well, I do have a question.
Mhm.
Let me ask some questions.
Yeah.
So the first one is, so for the cases, right? Because we'll be at this point right now where, like, for example, with those output words, we sort of have like what the nominative would be essentially, right?
Yes.
So then when it comes to the rest of the other forms, at what point, like, how do we decide at what point in the sound changes those even like appear?
So this is something that people talk a lot about. We know that it would happen before these two, basically.
Yeah.
Um, so um, you can sometimes get away with just putting everything in at the proto stage.
Mhm.
And even if it didn't happen immediately at the beginning, it approximates it close enough that it doesn't matter if there was kind of something else that
Okay. Could we
so
So or were you waiting for me?
you said could we, and then you
Okay,
stopped
okay.
talking, and I
Well,
was
you
like,
said so, and I was like, wait, to see what you're gonna say. Okay. Could we mostly so that, like, I can kind of visualize this more with, like, how this does stuff, right?
mhm,
With keeping the kind of just the super basic coda consonant loss thing we have there, just keeping it simple like that, not doing anything fancy for the time being.
mhm.
Could we come up with a couple of, like, not what we're gonna use, but just a couple super simple examples of, like, case endings, and then just, like, play around with how it would look, just so I can sort of understand,
Yeah.
because 'cause I'm struggling in my head to see how uniform it's gonna look at the end versus not. Like, is this gonna end up in, like, consistent endings, super all over the place endings? Like, it's a little floofy out there in my brain.
So uh, do, do, do. So I'm gonna say let's pick a case.
Mm,
Um, maybe the locative isn't that bad to start at.
okay,
Now, usually, I will take a look through the World Lexicon of Grammaticalization,
okay,
which is basically not the Bible's not even a good comparison. It's kind of like if you had a recipe book with every recipe,
uh,
and you were like, "Oh, I wonder how many different ways there are to make a cake." And it's like, well, in this place they do this, and in this place they do this, and you
okay,
can summarize them both like this.
okay,
And um, I don't. Okay, so they have these. So these like lexical sources. So these words have been in usually in multiple examples or in very well demonstrated examples, have become these grammatical functions. So
Mhm.
area, I'm going to skip all of the annoying ones. Ear, edge, hand, home. They have home and house as separate. I
Okay,
don't really know why. Lip, liver, neck, place, and side.
okay. So just words we can derive it from, essentially, or concepts.
Yeah, well, it's also these are usually. I mean, obviously for ear, like if you're using ear, then there's not that many different kinds of ear. But if you're using like place, for example, it doesn't have to be like you can see that there are kind of similarities in some of them, right? So
Mhm.
area, home, house, place, side are all kind of locations, right?
Yeah.
And you have ear, lip, liver, neck, hand are all body parts. So body parts are really commonly used to derive um, case marking in
Okay.
particular, I think, or to grammaticalize in general. And part of it is probably just going to be that everyone has body parts.
Yeah.
And so, um, I mean, to be honest, if we just like so times.
Yeah. Because like the idea of like using like area makes a lot of sense to me, but
Mhm. Well, if that makes sense to you, then
mm,
we can we can go for it. And you can also the nice thing about this is that um, you can then go to the entry and be like, well, when they say area, what do they actually mean?
uh-huh.
Um, so in Pele area, way which is a noun, became a postposition meaning around. So, oh, they don't. It's a different one. And then in Imonda, they have the same thing. Nouns that apply spatial reference will give rise to locative markers. Okay. So I would
So,
say we can make a short word for area.
okay. Just like add it to our list of basic terms or
Um, yeah, or and I mean, I guess are you trying to think of something very big, or like do you want a lot of variation, or like a touch?
um 2 touches, but not a lot.
Okay.
A
So
touch and a half.
hmm, this is where having I'm gonna generate some forms and then um we
Okay.
can
Just
like
like pick some?
yeah.
Okay. What do you use to generate the forms again? Because I've already forgotten.
I use a thing called Monkey usually with Monke. Oh, um, oh. We often end up just calling it Wolog. Oh yeah, it is with a Z. So I'll just put them down now. So I'm gonna say probably not flirt.
Flirt. Yeah, no.
But
I like yap.
okay, I think that could be interesting. So in IPA, so we'll put yat. So it's not yath, it's yat.
Yap. Okay.
And it's gonna become yes.
Okay.
So yat. So this is actually an interesting one. So we can copy that, and so and it may actually be easiest for me to just. I think the CopyCon one is really long, and although to be fair, if we're gonna allow roots that long, it's not a bad idea to think about how it should look. So
Yeah.
and then we can put these at the end. Oh. Okay. So it's already happy with us. Oh, I actually, because of the rules, I have to put it in like this.
Is a Y. Yep.
Yeah, which actually really isn't ideal, but so I might change that. But are you all right with us just using IPA for everything?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the G thing in because I'm using a regular G. Oh, but then I have to change the C thing. Oh god. But the C wouldn't come up anywhere else, so I'm gonna undo that bit. And taking out the J and taking out the Y. Okay. So, and then I have to retype these in. Lovely. I should have thought about this before I started doing IPA romanization stuff. Okay, so none of them know what an alveolar fricative is. It's because of at this point, the easiest thing might just be to define these as apricots.
Okay.
Although I don't really. No, I'm just going to do another one of these. I don't care.
I feel like it's fine.
I will just embrace the weirdness of it. Also, this is everywhere, isn't it? Yeah. So,
Okay.
it's also not ideal that I did it this way now because you can't easily compare the two parts of the. If I zoom out, does it? Yes, it does. Okay. I hope this isn't too small for everyone.
I feel like we can handle it for a moment at least, right?
Yeah. So at the moment, you have Ralo becomes Raloria. No, Raloria.
So, question though. The dropping of that final yeah, wouldn't
So because you have this affix here, the R isn't at the end anymore.
so we don't lose the final consonant anymore?
Yeah.
Okay. But we use okay. All right. See, this is helping because I was not like the order, like all the things in my head were like, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So that makes sense.
It is really useful to have like because we're already at like kind of 100 lines of code, but
Yeah.
it just means that you can put a form in and it will tell you how it will sound at the end.
Okay. So we're just adding a yeah at the end, basically, right? That's what the locative case is? Like always.
Well, at the moment, yes.
Okay.
But
that's like
for example,
because we have
so where you have a consonant with a ya, it's quite common to have palatalization happen.
okay.
So starting off with the R is maybe one of the most annoying ones.
Okay.
Because basically, like, let's start with an easy one. So, I mean, it's also that you may not want to lose everything, but like you have agya here.
Yeah.
So it'd be quite common for this to become aja. So the gya sound becomes goes further forward in the mouth. The g goes forward because of the J. So you go agya, 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 agya.
Okay.
So so you could have palatalization.
Okay.
And say that so if you have a velar consonant followed by J, then it becomes a palatal. And then the J disappears. So this would mean that you have in the nominative aga, and in the locative, so this would be at the. Was it gold? Did we do that, or am I just doing the? Where's our rock? Where are the rocks? Tell me where the rocks are.
Where are they? They're lower. Yeah, they're like down under the sound changes right now.
Okay. Ice. At the so like this could be like on the ice, basically.
Right.
So you could go from aga to aja.
Okay.
No, you don't have to stop there. So you can see at the bottom with ulcers. So ulcersia could become ulcersha. So you could throw in an alveolar rule. No, we're going to get errors.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have to define it as minus sibilant. Okay. So you can see we have at the feast is now Chobichonia.
Yeah.
And at the sandstone would be Alsersha.
Okay. So N, for example, becomes the.
This is nya.
Where's the nya? Where's the nya? There we go.
I've highlighted it. Although I think that makes it really hard to see.
No, I'm trying to find it where I can copy paste it. Although I do have it where I can pull it up. I'm making notes in the little thing so that I can like follow along what's going on in a way that helps my little wee brain. Where is
You
that?
can you could always just write it as this, like nya.
Okay.
But for example, if the word was like then you'd have amyat, which would, at the moment, with our current rules, would stay mya.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's capital N. Usually you would use that to represent every nasal consonant.
Okay.
So amya. This isn't doing a lot at the moment.
Okay. So right now, sorry, continue.
We have two errors here. This is basically, we're not going to have them be trills, which means that we need a rule for R followed by a Y.
Yeah.
Needs to become something else.
Okay.
So it could be, I think quite often it just becomes purely palatal. So it would become aya. And the other thing that you can do is, you remember that website we went to last time?
Yes.
Lex Diachronica. I wouldn't do this all the time, but you can try and go there. And so I don't trust a lot of what they're telling us.
Okay.
Ooh! There's one suggestion that in Proto-Northwest Caucasian, the ria became a voiced lateral fricative, like but I'm probably not going to make you do that. there is an example in Catalan of them changing order, basically. So that would be quite interesting. So that would basically mean that I'll write it in and then I'll show you what that could do. So like in irplagat, right?
Yeah.
So irplar at the moment is irpla, right?
Yeah.
If we do this metathesis, which really would be a different rule, and we can write it as a different rule as well. So metathesis. It would basically say that when you have a sequence of R and then J, it changes to J and then R.
Okay.
So y becomes yr, yr. Then you have your palatalization, and then you can say something like, so like diphthong, diphthong coalescence is what I often end up calling them. I don't think that's really the best way to describe it.
Okay.
But anyway, and then you would basically say, well, for each of my vowels, so like A followed by a Y, we're going to say that that becomes E, and the Y goes away, for example, which would mean that irplar would be ipla, but in the locative, it would be iplera, which is actually even different to what Bib was suggesting. So this would basically be that in your locative, if there was, at this point, saying no vowel isn't very useful.
No, it's
So if there was a liquid, then the locative would be, and we can use L for liquid A, and then you probably would end up actually you would end up with a slightly different table. So first of all, this doesn't have schwa on at the moment. You would actually end up doing your locative table with an extra column, and you would say a row below, and you would say no, like you would say coda r/l, right? So this then doesn't matter, and if so we're looking at A right now. So and we can do another comparison. So we'll do like pala and palar. Pala, palar, and palayat and palaryat. Oh, so I wanted to do this when there was I wanted this to happen when there was a consonant there. So I can write that in. So you can see that the locative, if there wasn't a coda R, it's pala and then palaya. And if there is one, then it's well, the thing is, don't have to have this bit here. That's kind of where I guess Bib would end up going with it.
Okay.
So, so with this model, you would have these two both end up as pala, but this becomes palera, and this is palaya. But if you say actually no, I'm not worried about this, and so you have pala and palea and palera, then you would say, oh well, in palea, then you would have I'll just call this yod coalescence, and then this would be hiatus resolution, and you would say that sequence like ea would just go to e. So this would get you something actually quite close to what Bib was talking about.
Okay.
So you would have pala in the nominative and pale in the locative. But if you had a R in the coda, you wouldn't know from the nominative because it would still be pala. But in the locative, the R would appear, and so it would come out as palera. Sorry, palera.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And we can kind of check this with a different set of vowels, for example. So if we put an E in, so so these come out both as pale. So this at the moment is palea and paleira.
Okay. That seems fine. Okay.
Well, what we're looking for is for what this sequence A would resolve to. So one option would be for it to resolve to E. So we go here and we say that when we have an A sequence rather than I, so I is going to E and A is going to E.
Okay.
So you have palia and palira.
Okay.
And to be honest, I think palia sounds fine, or you could then say that I goes back to the yes sound when there's a vowel following it.
Okay.
So you go from, so you get pale with the locative paglia. pale with the locative palira.
Okay.
Are you following?
I am vaguely conceptually not fallen off the boat.
Okay.
I think what will cement this in my brain is I will need to see it like documented or like sort of see how we would document it so I can sort of map the things in my brain.
Okay. So to fill the table out, so because part of it is that like some of this process is kind of like you're discovering it as you go.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit surprised. I am a lot happier with this than I thought I would be.
Okay.
I
Good.
I think that this is actually sounding more like what I thought we would get than I realized.
Okay.
I don't know if it sounds Italian to you. It does to me.
Yeah. No, I think it definitely does. It definitely vibes where I think we want it to vibe.
Hmm. And I'm surprised that we got there this quickly because me and Miles spend ages doing sound changes. Um, so um, if we're okay using these test forms, then we
Yeah, I mean,
can
I
do.
like them.
So palu, palur, paluyat. Okay. Um, so these are both palu, paluya, paluira. So then you're like, well, what happens to ui? Um, I should just be on the e page.
What are we doing?
So, um, oh, yeah, I told you we were going to document them, and then I stopped documenting them.
I know, I
So,
got confused. I'm like, wait a second. What am I
okay,
missing? What's happening?
so we'll just go with 0 for now.
Okay.
So this no vowel thing, the R doesn't fit here anymore
Mm.
because basically the changes that are happening, like this metathesis situation, is only going to be very likely to occur when you have a liquid, or I mean, there's kind of a few other things that it could vibe with, but the liquids are the most common ones for this sort of thing. So there's examples of we going to O and going to air
Okay, you're in here, I think.
and to I that would probably then also go to air. So I guess I'm going to ask you, would you be happier with the we going to, would you like to get more air or would you rather have o? Or you
Oh,
just want me to make a decision and we'll
you could
carry
just
on?
make a decision because I just picked one randomly. I'm like, we can go
So
oh, but also I don't really
I'm
care.
trying to think, we, okay, um, we'll go with O, um, and then palor, palor. So I feel like with air and or, it's probably gonna be the mid vowel that's gonna be strongest
Okay.
because Um, so I'm changing how that rule works. I'm just going to rewrite it like this. So you would have balu becomes balo, and balu balora. Balora. Sorry,
Okay.
balora. I am curious if Bib's watching because I know that he had ideas about how this would work. Part of it is I think it's worth thinking about this rule carefully, and I feel like I need to like map it out or something.
Okay.
But I don't know how to do it on here.
Like in this table thing, or
okay, I guess I can kind of do it. So
Bib is in fact here, just also packing.
okay.
Hello, Bib.
So this is like goes to aya, which becomes ea, which we're saying becomes e. Although Andrea is an Italian name. It could just
Yeah.
be that it stays ea.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't have any problem with Ea.
I don't know what vibe you're feeling. Because going to the air is more like what Bib was talking about, I think. For example. But we can
Well, could we put a little like question mark here just to say maybe we take that back out once we map some of the other ones? Like we just map out that stage maybe?
Well, at the moment we have ella, ia, ya, and we have oya, ua. So the ua, I'm not sure if that exists. This is also where my knowledge of what sounds Italian is being quite challenged, because I'm like, no, because like when I hear ua, I think of, I mean, saying it like that, I think of Thai and Vietnamese, and also in Portuguese, you guess it quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, let's just say it doesn't vibe. It's not Italian enough for us right now. For objective reasons.
But I guess the thing is that if it were to be, actually no, because if oya goes to u, then there's no way that uya would go to or. And then yeah, I think would just end up just going to yeah, which would just be yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bib is very glad that you're here to help me with Lexergy because Bib apparently cannot offer any guidance at all on that front.
And then uya would probably also end up as ea, and then as so I guess part of the question is, do you want an ea ya distinction?
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Well, I guess it's either ea versus ya or versus ya.
I feel like yeah is fine.
Okay. And then the question is, what do we do with oya and uya?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh.
The thing is, we did say that we were okay with some romance vibes that
Yeah.
were not
Mhm.
strictly Italian.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I would say that we go with ua, and we're leaning into the. So we'll put that in parentheses for now,
Yeah, that's fine.
which means that this also isn't hiatus. This is more yod coalescence. So then, yeah, okay. So, ooh. So really, the yod there is kind of no. There's two stages with that. So, um, I'm gonna split this up. So the A Y goes to E, and the schwa Y goes to E. Or did I say this was gonna? Let me check the thing. Yeah, schwa we said was gonna go to E or F.
Mhm. Yeah.
So then A and E Y are gonna go to I. Although that's not yeah, this is the right thing. And then U and O Y are going to U and let me see. And then I'm just gonna copy and paste all of this and put the O's in
Okay.
and check whether this palu, palua, palura, palo, palua, palura. I think this is fine.
Okay.
I think I think it's interesting.
Okay. And it's fine that like we're gonna lose a little bit of granularity in that like if it has like an O or a U ending, it'll end up with the exact same case thing, like, and that's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Okay.
So ua, yeah, and not doing that. Okay. Ta-da. So nominative, no vowel becomes consonant followed by schwa. And then A is A, E is E, O is O, U is U, I is I. And schwa at the moment is schwa.
Okay.
Okay. And locative, and this is from yeah. And oh yeah, and this so R became erra,
Mm.
became irra. O became urra. Ur became urra. Ir became irra. And the nominative we would also, well, I don't, because I'm like, do we need to do this for every single one? And the answer is maybe.
Yeah. Would it be good to just have a separate little table for each case at that point, or?
You or you would say you'd have a. You could also say like you'd have like a table that doesn't have a liquid and a table that does, or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like we can see how things go.
Okay.
And
I
this
suppose
was
we could also switch
Yeah.
the things too.
Yeah. And this one, it so for writing all of this out, I would say it's going to be easiest to summarize it as so a lingual, and I realize I said easy and then I'm throwing in lingual, becomes palatal.
Okay.
So lingual consonants include all of your alveolar, and I think also in some cases the velar is, velar is lingual because it's made with the tongue. So it doesn't include the labial consonants. So we can actually throw this in. So if we had palom and palorm, we would get palo, palor, and palomia and palormia.
Okay. Okay.
Which I think is fine. But if we throw in, we allow this C, so this feels like I'm doing this despite the people who said, well, actually, in Spanish, you can have a ch followed by a ya, and it means something different.
Yeah.
We would have paloch become palo, and then in the locative, it'd be palocha, palocha. And then we like these R's, the R here, and in Palorma, I'm thinking we're gonna do something with those. Because I don't think I want to keep them at the end there. And I can show you this with a P. So palo, palor, palopia, palorpia.
Okay. Okay. I mean, okay. Question though. We have 10 more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to talk about Lexergy or do we want to get to a better stopping point?
Oh, we never did our announcement, did we?
No.
Yeah. Okay. I think that we've actually we've made a whole case today.
Yeah.
And I really like it. So we've got stuff to work out still.
Yeah.
But I'm happy as a clam, isn't it?
Wonderful. We get our we are in spirit eating a kopiko, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go Conlanging. And I'm gonna make a Pillow World folder,
A
which I
folder.
haven't had before. Oh, and it tried to
No idea what you're talking about doing.
PDF folder. Oh yeah, it's not on the screen.
Are you saving the thing?
Yeah, what's your favorite like file naming convention? I'm just going with something probably a bit too basic, but we'll see. And I sent it to you on Discord.
Cool. Okay, sweet. So then, let me see if I can pull up. Okay. Share screen. Where is Canva? Haha. Okay. All right, people. So this has already been announced in multiple places, but we're gonna do it here now too. For Lexember. We're doing a month of prompts. So basically we have all of these people, which actually most of them are here right now, other than David and Jesse.
Well, and Miles.
Oh, and Miles, that's true. But like, there's a
Other than the
representation.
Californian, well, not Miles isn't Californian, nor is Jesse. Other than the people who are currently in California.
Yeah, pretty much. So Bib, Langtime Studio, Conlangry, this channel, Let's Have a Boba. We all came together. Yeah, Church is high in the chat to make some prompts. So we basically took blocks of days here. So they're color coded for each of us. And let's see. I don't think I have spoilers in here. Yeah. So we each came up with a prompt for each specific day, and those prompts are general enough that you can be like you can choose what the word means and make it fit within your, your world or your, what do you all call it? A con culture or something?
Con culture, yeah, con world.
Yeah. Yeah. So, which one of these are you? Are you the pink or the
teal?
Teal? Okay, yeah. So teal, and then I'm the light purple down here because I don't really have a color. I don't know. I just picked one.
I think it's a nice color.
Yeah. 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 So that's what we're doing. There's a video. It's on Conlangery's channel, introducing it all more thoroughly. Prompts for humans because one person was confused. Yes. Yes. So we'll be sharing the individual prompts and you can do them with us. And I think we're almost all doing shorts now, or are all sharing shorts of our Lexember things if you want to follow along.
I think we are all going to be doing shorts.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Very nice. It'll be fun and exciting. New pride flag unlocked. Yeah. I don't know. Do you have anything to add on that, Jake? I just pulled up random graphics.
I don't know. I'm really excited. I'm glad that I have forked out the money for StreamYard because me and Miles can record in phone format between us.
Oh yeah, that's right. It has that now, which is very fancy.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about changing the video aspect ratio or anything.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. I didn't think about like that being tricky for the two of you to film them because like shorts for solo people is pretty easy to just you know.
Yeah, we can't get behind the same phone.
And unfortunately, you all probably can't just spend the entire month of December together for ease of Lexember posting.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too good.
I do like that.
The pride flag for the questioning.
Yeah. Excellent is the right word there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I mean, how many days is it, even until this thing is happening? You'd think I would know. Oh, we have a week! It's a
Fifth?
week! Only 1 week. We begin in 1 week with the Lexember thing, which is
Yeah.
soon. And we'll
Oh,
just be sharing.
We're streaming on the 1st.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! We'll talk about it. We'll
We
open.
can share our words.
Yeah. It'll be great.
I'm really excited because, like, because of the documents, like, I know what some people's are, but not everyone's, and
Mm.
I'm excited. You
Mhm.
think you're behind, George? I think you've like got scripts and stuff. Like me and Miles. Miles is currently away at a conference, and so like I'm probably gonna spend my weekend just editing loads of videos.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long it's gonna take. So that's exciting.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
am behind, but I think the whole process will be a lot easier for me once I get going. So, technically, I have done literally nothing other than decide what the prompts are for my days, but and by that I mean not even the individual words I'm going to coin. I haven't gotten that far yet,
Hmm.
but
I'm sure you'll be fine.
it'll be
And if
great.
you're not fine, just let us know.
Yeah, I'll just,
I
like,
think
post dramatic voice memo things in the Discord and be like, "Help! What do?"
but the thing is like I think that explaining everything to you makes me realize how much that first of all, how much I don't know. Because there's so much where I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. Um, okay, Bib's up to day 16. So, like, at the very least, Bib can
Overachiever.
publish his
Over
videos.
Yeah. Can we throw things at Bib? Bib, we need
But
your,
you
GPS
are the
coordinates so we can throw things.
professional. I have a job that I've been doing every day.
Yeah. How dare
Yeah.
you? It's rude, you know? I don't even know. Oh, oh, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so next week, are we gonna make more cases? Is that what we're gonna do? Make more
Yeah.
cases? Do I have homework?
Um, I okay. Do you want homework or not?
No.
Okay, then no.
I was gonna say, because
So,
if not, because I can prep for the Lexember thing. That's probably what I should be doing this week.
hmm, yeah, you get ready um for Luxembourg
Mhm.
because I don't want you worrying about it on our stream.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, the clicker thing for recording works well. I just, like, dramatically pause and just freeze for a few seconds so I see the drop in the waveform. Yeah. Except it's really weird when I forget to cut it because then I'm just, like, in the video, like, because I don't move my head so that because normally I do, like, video too,
Hmm.
so that when I cut it, my head and face is in the same position, so I'll just look like I froze as I'm thinking or after I messed up, and it's really weird looking. Um, oh, clapping is good too, yeah.
Was that loud?
No.
Oh, I think that some clicks get blocked out by recording equipment.
Mm, yeah, yeah, I'd buy it.
Or I just don't. I perceive my labial click to be louder than it actually is.
Yeah. You
Because
know,
when I tried to do the like Logan, I had to read one of Logan's languages in
mhm,
IPA. Or did I? Or did I? Or did Logan do it in the end? Anyway, whatever way it was, they didn't come out very well. Anyway,
yeah. I
yeah.
one of the most effective ones that I've ran into is when I was recording rocks, which took me so many, 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 many hours, and it stopped a lot because my teleprompter that I was using at the time would just like randomly stop working. So I would just scream when I needed to cut. I would just scream. Made it real easy to find.
Okay.
Yep. And on
And
that
on that
note,
note,
we'll see you all next week.
if you're having a hard time this holiday season, why not try just screaming?
And if that doesn't work, lay on the floor and scream some more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or just clap in your conversation.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. I'm clicking the end stream button now.
Okay.
Okay, bye.